For as long as I can remember, they've been telling us to enjoy it while they're young, but our days are filled with chaos and stress and cooking and endless laundry piles. Where's the time to enjoy it? Yeah, that's what I always thought too. There's so much I have to do. When do I find time for peace and joy and happiness when I barely have time to sleep? Mama, it's time to make shift happen. You can be a happy mom. If I can, you can. Trust me. I've been a mess. I've been depressed. I've been overwhelmed. I've been to the bottom of the pits, and I've risen. I've grown. I've bloomed. And it all started when I realized I didn't have to anything. I get to. It is my privilege and my honor and my divine responsibility to be the queen of my home. It's not a burden. I'm not a burden. I'm in charge. I'm the ruler. I'm the chaos coordinator. I'm the calm in the storm. And so are you. Come with me. Let's rise, mamas. Adjust your crown. Accept your responsibility. Change the effing world together. It's all in the way we choose to see it. I'm so glad you're here, friend. You're listening to Meant to Bloom with Brittany Clarkson. Well, hello, friends. Here we are again. And I feel like I've been talking in circles about taking care of your basic needs and taking care of yourself this holiday season. And guess what? My own health and sanity has slipped through the cracks a little bit. It's not about doing things perfect. It's not. And I'm the greatest example to that. My husband was actually making fun of me yesterday because I said to my kid while he's doing his math homework, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be done. And my husband, he thought it was so funny. He's like, I'm going to put that on a mug for you. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. And I was like, yeah, but no, it's for real. Like, my kid was getting perfectionistic over his lines not being totally straight. And so that's what prompted me to say that to him is it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Like, just get the answer. It doesn't have to be exactly, perfectly written. You can get the answer right or just do your best even. Like, you just need to get through it. Don't get hung up on one problem when you have a whole worksheet ahead of you. That was the whole point in me saying that. And it's so true for regular everyday life too, is like it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. Because you're not going to get it perfect. Perfect isn't real. It doesn't exist. Don't come here if you're looking for how to live your life totally perfectly, how to have everything in your life totally together, how to never, get it wrong. Because I'm not a great example of that. But I am a really great example of how to give yourself grace, give yourself permission to start over, give yourself permission to slow down. It's it's like an arrow, you have to pull it back in order for it to propel forward. And if we're going to go with the new year and hit it hard with goals and health and, just living our best life, I want to pull back for this holiday season and I want to go slow. I want to rest. I want to renew. I want to take part in winter the way nature does, the way, the tree sheds its leaves and then begins that quiet inner work before it blooms in the spring. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I want to do. I want to pull back and I want to slow down and I want to enjoy my holidays. I'm 2 weeks out from Christmas recording this episode and I want to enjoy it. My kid's going to have 2 weeks off of school and my husband's going to have a ton of time off work. I want to really enjoy family time and not be, cooped up in my office trying to hit things really hard for New Year's launches and everything. I'm not into that right now. But let me tell you this, okay? What would you do if you found a slug in the house? I found a slug in my house. Not once, not twice, 3 times. There was a slug in my house 3 times. Okay, the first time I reacted the way you'd expect is, ew, why is there a slug in my house? The second time I'm like, why is this happening again? Where are they getting in? And the third time I'm like, okay, this is not a coincidence. this is not a slug infestation because they were spread out so, a couple weeks at a time. I'm like, this is a sign. This one, seeing a slug for the third time feels spiritually connected. It feels like a divine message. It feels like God is trying to get me to see something here. And instead of being repulsed and grossed out, which I usually am about slugs, um, I looked at that slug with like compassion and I very gently put it back outside. Instead of having my husband take care of it like I usually do. But here's the thing, I looked up what the spiritual meaning of a slug means at this point now that I've seen one 3 times. And it is so aligned with how I've been feeling. I'm like, "Okay, it's not just me saying I wanna slow down. This is, at this point, God telling me it's time to slow down. Do what I said I was going to do." Alright? The slug is assigned to take things slowly. The way they move, very slow, okay? This article I was reading about the spiritual meaning behind slugs in the house specifically is, I said, like, if you're agitated or trying to accomplish something, step back and be patient because it's not gonna happen right now. Like, it was a serious message to slow down. I was like, "Oh gosh, I'm feeling that because I was wanting to go hard with the new year. I wanted to do a lot of things, and I'm seeing, no, I don't wanna do a lot of things right now. I wanna go slow. I wanna, pour into my community. You guys message me, I wanna message you back and, like, really connect. I don't wanna be showing up a ton, planning big things right now. I wanna do big things in my home, with my family, in my community, with my friends, like, I want that slow connection going on right now. The deep, meaningful kind of connection, not just showing up trying to, grow Instagram numbers and all that kind of stuff that you have to do for business. Um, the slug is also an encouragement. When we feel like nothing is happening, that no matter what we try or how hard we hustle, that the needle won't move. When you feel like you're trying so hard and nothing feels like it's happening, that's when the slug's an encouragement. Okay? It comes into your home to tell you to stop because the more agitation means the less chance that you're going to see what you're aiming for. The slug inspires us to trust that nothing is in vain and trust that eventually you will reach your goals. Everything happens for a reason. It is divine timing. God's timing is greater than yours. Your timeline is imaginary. It is irrelevant. Okay? We're coming up to the end of the year, and if you feel like you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish this year, my encouragement to you is listen to the slug that showed up for me and slow down. Enjoy these last couple of weeks of your year. Be everything you want to be. Be with your family. Slow it down. Enjoy the moments. And you know what? If you fell shy, if you did not hit your goals for the year, that's okay because the timeline doesn't really mean anything. You can still keep going towards those goals. If they feel right, keep going at them. All right? Your timeline is irrelevant because God's timeline is perfect, right? So trust the slug. Don't try too hard. Don't let your vibe fall. Don't let yourself get super stressed out about what didn't happen on your timing. Slow down and just let the universe take its course. There's a greater picture that you can't see, and the timing is working out perfectly for you to have more abundant blessing than what you have imagined. Okay? At the right time, you will see great results, even greater than you expected. All right, here's one other note is that the slug is self-sufficient. Do you know slugs are hermaphrodites? So they also represent perfect balance between masculine and feminine. And to me, that means a perfect balance between word and wisdom, right? So the slug needs nothing more to make things happen. It already has all that it needs. So take this sign of the slug and know that you are already enough. You already have what you need. You already know what you need to do. You just need to trust in the timing of how it's going to happen and trust that you don't know every step it takes to get you where you're planning to go. Continue going forward. There is movement in everything, even if you don't perceive it for now. Even if you can't see how every step is moving you forward, it still is. All right. Sometimes you have to step back, catch your breath so that you can keep going, keep moving forward. And so, my friend, that's what I'm doing for the end of this year. I am slowing down, which means this is my last promised podcast episode for the year. I will be coming in hot in January. I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to enjoy these last couple weeks of the year. And I really hope that you do too. I'm still going to be around. I'm still in my emails. I'll still be checking in with social media and all that stuff. I'm just not going to commit to recording and prepping these episodes for you twice a week for the rest of the year. I will be back in January though, so do not worry. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and a happy new year and the happiest of holidays. Hey friend, I wanted to tell you about this really cool thing I'm doing. Okay, totally free. I'm starting a group on Facebook um, for New Year's, not accountability. I hate the word accountability. New Year's encouragement and growth and community, right? So I feel like all the time New Year comes around and we all get super excited. I'm going to be my best self. This is my word of the year. I'm really going to take care of myself. I'm going to prioritize my mental health. And we get super excited about all these things and then they just kind of fall apart and they get lost. Or we buy a new planner to organize our whole life and then we like forget to look at it. Have we all been there? I know I have. So many years, started strong and faded quick. That's why I'm going to start this group. It is intended to run for 90 days. Okay? It's not a forever group. There's a deadline, there's an ending. 90 days for us to do check-ins. And not just to say, hey, are you going strong at your goals? But to say, are you also giving yourself grace? Are you also taking time to rest? Because it's okay if you're not go, go, go all the time. You can pause, you can stop, you can pull back. But what's important is that you get back up and you keep moving forward. And that's what I want this group to be there for, so that you can take time to rest and to back off from your goals and then come back at it just stronger than before, even stronger than before. And to have community to be supporting each other and encouraging each other and to be bringing all these new resources and thoughts together to help all of us be as successful as we can next year, to really be achieving our next best selves, to do what we set out to do. I'm starting this group. No purchase necessary, but I highly recommend getting yourself an everyday joy planner, whether it's the 90-day planner or the weekly planner. Because you're probably going to want those if you're in this group and you're seeing pictures of everybody else's planners all the time. And I'll be sharing snapshots from my own planner. And I just don't want you feeling like you missed out. No FOMO, right? So go ahead if you want to get the planner. I have links in my description, available on Amazon. If you order it quick, you can probably get it by New Year's if you order in the first couple weeks of December. All right, friend, I really hope to see you in that group. I will have a link in the description for you to join. Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Meant to Bloom. It really does mean the world to me. But are you ready to take this a step farther? Check out the description below of this episode and grab your mindset makeover. It's totally free, my gift to you. Then hop on Instagram and let me know what you thought of this episode. Tag me at Britt Clarkson. That's BritClarkson. If any part of this resonated with you, please let me know by tagging me or leave a review and share on social media so other mamas can find this too. If it helped you, It's gonna help someone else. You're part of a movement now. Let's go.